Welcome back. Next Sunday, January 15th, many will be marching in the streets of New Haven and singing "We Shall Overcome." It is all part of the annual Love March honoring Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and what would have been Dr. King's 83rd birthday. The Love March is organized by the Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church in New Haven, and here to tell us more is the church's Associate Minister, Reverend Anthony Hoggett. Welcome, Reverend.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. Now, tell us why this march is still relevant.
Well, it all began with the late George Hampton, who was the pastor and founder of Shiloh. The vision was given to him as a way of commemorating Dr. King's birthday, but also for continuing social activism in New Haven. The problems that were arising at that time, the housing, jobs, education, they're still the same thing, so it's all still relevant right now.
And a lot of people turn out for this. Rain, sleet, snow, hail, it is a big deal.
Well, for 42 years we've been marching in all types of weather. We believe that by hitting the streets, that's a way of showing that we love Dr. King, but it's also a way of showing that the problems that were once before are still now. We are still looking at the same things: education, jobs, crime, saving our young folks. So yeah, it's all still the same.
Okay. Tell us about the ages of people that attend. Do we have little kids that go?
Yes, we have kids in strollers. We have the older folks that can still move around because it's important to them. There are a lot of our congregation that's come through those times where segregation was still rampant in our country. So it means a lot to them to be out in the streets and demonstrating and show that it's still relevant to them.
Right. And tell us about Reverend Hampton's experience when he actually came in contact with Dr. King.
He met Dr. King once during a rally here in New Haven, I believe it was, and he was working at the time on housing for the poor, and at the time he came face to face with Dr. King, and Dr. King told him that he was doing a good job and to keep up the good work.
Does he still talk about that a lot?
Well,
that must be something he that really touched him.
Well, when he passed away, it was one of his was something that he really held on to. It was one of the things that continued to inspire him, which made the Love March what it is today, which is now in the Library of Congress. It's also the longest running civil rights demonstration in the United States.
Yeah. Now, we have some video actually from last year's march, so we're going to take a look at that right now. Tell us what you remember about last year's march.
It was cold.
Yeah, it looks it. People are bundled right up.
Yeah, but more than the spirit of the march was still strong. People will always come out because social activism never stops. You know, the problems that we have continue on, so there will be also be a need for a march or demonstration in order to keep it before the people's eyes.
Yeah, and this year's theme, Living the Dream.
Living the dream. Well, we live the dream, but the dream has not been fulfilled yet. We have to continue to march, continue to understand, and teach our young folks that the dream is in their hands. That they
How can we teach these young kids about this?
Well, you know, one of the things that I see is that we have lost a little bit of the importance of what Dr. King has done. We don't pass it down to our younger generation. That's a part of the problem of education, jobs, all those types of things that they can't seem to come in contact with. Right. So we have to continue to place those things before them. And also what the government has done is when you make it a holiday, you take away the significance of it. You know, you move his birthday. That's why we march on January 15th, because his birthday is January 15th. Right. So we continue to commemorate that day, and hopefully people will realize that it's not about the holiday, but it's about the man and his cause.
Absolutely. And tell us real quick, what would he think if he were here today and saw the progress we've made?
I think he would be, in some ways, I think he would be happy because we now have African-American president, but I think he'll also be a little bit sad because some of the problems that we've had continue to plague our country. So
we got to keep it going.
We have to keep it going, yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for being here this morning, and we look forward to next weekend's walk. We appreciate your time.
No problem.
Well, if you'd like more information about the Love March, we're going to put that info right up on our screen at WTNH.com. Just go to our website. We'll have all that information on Good Morning Connecticut weekend. And Stevie V, tell us what we can expect the rest of the weekend weather-wise.